everyone, it's Maggie back with another video. Today I'm showing you guys how to use our in-house Patterned HTV. It is a little different than normal HTV, so I'm going to show you guys that today. So what is our Patterned HTV, right? So we have tons of different ones. We print them in-house here. They are unique to us specifically. And today we have our ombre, but we have hundreds of different ones, probably even in the thousands. Everything from holidays, occasions, nature, camos, you name it, we probably have it, or let us know and we'll get something going for you. So it comes in an 11-inch pattern, and then we have a little bit of white on each side that gets you around 12 inches, but just know it comes ready for you to start using in a 1 yard like this. And then what's unique about it is we're gonna cut it right reading. I've already done that, and I'll show you guys weeding in a second, but you cut it right reading. And the reason for that is it requires a heat transfer mask to be put onto your garment. So we're gonna walk you through that right now. I'm gonna trim this up and we'll get weeding. So I have it all cut here. I'm just gonna trim away my excess. And what's great is you can just store this, use it later. Get everything out of the way. And then, oh, I'm also gonna combine it with just some regular HTV today as well. So kind of a fun little two-tone project. All right. And what's nice about the product that we use for this is it has a sticky carrier. So if you guys are doing smaller detail, you can just stick it back down. It's not a static liner at all. Alrighty, my weeding is complete. I'll show you guys here. So you see that right reading. All right, and then our next step, and if you guys are getting the vibe, Detroit, a lot of our ombres are kind of like that sports ball theme, whatever you're into. It's gonna be a team there for you. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna trim this up just because I like to. With our patterns, you do need to use a heat transfer mask. The one that we use in-house is our KTM, super versatile. You even can use it for rhinestones too. So this is what that looks like. I just cut a little scrap and I will mask it. I'm actually gonna make it a little smaller. And what's really cool about the KTM is once you use it, it actually is reusable like once or twice again. So that's nice. Okay, so first step, we're gonna peel the liner from the mask. So this mask is the clear, the liner is that little milky white bumpy backing. So you're gonna peel that. All right, and then the next part is I grab it in each hand. We call it a taco method here, if you wanna call it a U shape, whatever, but taco, you know, you kinda get the vibe. And then you're gonna go from the center out, and I'm gonna put it down. You do get one shot at it, so you gotta build your confidence of you're gonna go on it, and then slowly release to the sides. Now, your natural instinct is to go like that. I don't know why, don't do that. What you're gonna do is grab your handy dandy squeegee, and I like to go from center to left, center to right, just do it nice and light right away, and then once you know you have it, then you can go harder with pressure. So, go left, right, and now that I have a little bit on there, I'm gonna give it a little bit more pressure. All right, and then another important step is we're actually gonna take it off the table and we're gonna peel the liner of that vinyl off of it. So, flip it over. So now my pattern is down and this is the side up. And then you'll just peel back. Just like that. This you can now discard. And now you can do two things with this. If you want, you go straight to your garment and start pressing, or let's say you guys have multiple to do, you just put this backing back on it, trim it up, and store it to the side. So what we're gonna do is actually, I think what I'll do is now we're gonna start pressing. So I think, let's see, I'm gonna press, I have my Easy Weed. Easy Weed's about 310 for like 10 seconds. And then what's really cool about our pattern vinyl is it's a versatile vinyl. So it can go low temperatures, which is really nice when you're doing like those polyesters. It can go on nylon even. And it's super short time. So it's like anywhere from like 3 to 5 seconds you're pressing this. So I have it because we're at Easy Weed around like the 310. I'm just gonna do it at like 310 for like 3 seconds, 4 seconds. So it's gonna be great. Okay, so like I said, pressing, I'm gonna do Easy Weed first, then my Detroit. Also the reason for that is because when you think about I'm inlaying these together, this is the bigger piece. So that kind of does make sense for me to press this first so I get my spacing right. Okay, load my garment. Put this all off to the side. And I'm gonna load it, I like to call it upside down and backwards, because I'm gonna thread my sweatshirt through. All right, that looks fairly centered. And then I'm gonna give it a test press. I always wanna test my pressure before I test or press anything. Feels okay, maybe a little bit, but should be good there. If I wanted to, I could lint roll. That's always fun to do too. All right, just pressing my good old Easy Weed here. That we also put on like a multi-purpose liner, so it's great for storage if you guys are doing multiples. Right, I'm just gonna eyeball this here. I kind of use my hands because if my sweatshirt's centered, I'll use my fingers on each side. That's about 3. I like 3 to 4 from the top. This is a big sweatshirt. You know, I'm not worried about my pocket down there. All right, I'm gonna press that. Alrighty, 1. Look at that, beautiful. 1 down, 1 to go. So now you just peel that off the liner again. And I'm gonna start aligning it. That looks beautiful. All right, now we're doing just that like 3-4 seconds. All right, and then you can peel it warm or hot, I guess technically. And so then, like I mentioned before, you could actually save this if you want. So I'll put it on the liner because, you know, we could be doing multiple of these, you never know. And then just store that off to the side. And now we have a finished hoodie. Giving you the vibes for the coming football season. So again, like I mentioned, tons of different patterns. It's super easy to use. The biggest steps is you need a heat transfer mask and you're cutting it right reading. Those are the 2 things that you really need to remember when you're using this product. But as you guys can see, it's super easy, it turns out great, and we have tons of options for you. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.